What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another Super Saturday mega stream of Pokemon shiny hunting. With tonight's going to be Poliwag is the target. We tried hunting Poliwag last week and got into probably a good like 60 encounters before I had to turn off the console and head to bed. So today I'm going to do Poliwag and see if I can catch him tonight. I'm Here to Dance is in the room with us too, so she'll be providing color commentary throughout the stream tonight. Always nice to have her with us. And waiting on Rondom to make Force to stop into the room so we can get this shiny hunt race going. Last week we hunted for Cutie Fly and finally found one. It took me probably like 3 or 4 different shiny hunting sessions before I found one, but I finally did. And today we're going to get started with Poliwag. So as soon as Rondom to McForce drops in and says that he's ready, we'll get things started. If he's not here in the next 2 or 3 minutes, we'll go ahead and start without him. But he promised he would be, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm Here to Dance is with us as always, so hope things are going well for you. And what else is going on? This last Friday, a couple days ago, was the first episode of my going through Pokemon Ultra Moon without evolving my Pokemon. So as of right now, it's gone well, but there's been a couple close calls already, and I'm excited to get back into that and actually get some more progress in the adventure. So that will be pretty exciting. So stay tuned for that. You'll be able to see those episodes on YouTube very shortly once I get those episodes uploaded. Should be tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday will be when those episodes go live on YouTube. So stay tuned for that. I'm just gonna hang out for a few minutes here, and looks like Rhonda made it in. So Rondom, give me just a few minutes here to get these berries planted up, and then we'll start the race. So go ahead and take this time to get ready, and we'll get things started. So currently I'm trying to max out all of my berries. There's really no reason for this. Just figure I'd do it. I totally forgot about the Ultra Moon adventure. Yeah, that's it's been interesting. I'm gonna tell you. As of right now, I've had like 2 serious battles, and they've gotten kind of close. So I'm really hoping that the battle continues to progress. It's going to continue to get harder and harder because having unevolved Pokemon, it's just going to be tough. So my goal for this week is to go ahead and train all the Pokemon that I've captured and just basically over level them so I can actually take them to the next step. So that's going to be tough, but once I get there, it's going to be pretty awesome. It's the Ash Ketchum No Evolution Challenge. I'm going to do what Ash Ketchum never did and beat the Elite Four without evolving any of my Pokemon. Boop, 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 boop. I almost never use Twitch anymore except for the weekends, but I had meant to catch those streams. You definitely should have. We had a good time. It was a fun stream. I shouldn't have had any close calls that early on in the game, but I ended up fighting a couple of people that nearly beat me. I didn't train my Pokemon at all, so when I came up against Pokemon who had a type advantage I wasn't ready for, my Rowlet couldn't handle it, and then my other Pokemon weren't ready, and I had no revives either. So it was a rough situation to be in, but I'm going to be more prepared for future battles. So and probably like way over leveled for everything. So the deal is that I really only have a week to over level myself, and that's going to be the challenge. I have to get myself leveled up and ready to go. In 1 week's time, so I can progress even farther on next week's episode. So it'll be fun. Whatever happens, it'll be interesting to see where we end up. But I'm excited. I hope you are too. I hope you are too. So any minute now, once Rondum's ready, we're going to get started with the shiny hunt. Ah! Ah! Oh my gosh. This touchscreen is terrible. It's the way that Pokemon design their touchscreen interactions is like, it's so off. I get more mad at the touchscreen in Pokemon than I do any other game. Rondum, whenever you're ready, let me know. We're going to get started in about 5 minutes, so you have 5 minutes to get things started, to get things together. Starliet's back. Wouldn't be the same without Starliet, so there she is. Welcome back to the room. I'm gonna turn the heat off because I'm like super hot right now, and maybe turn the fan on too. So we've got Restless Rowlet in the room as well. How's it going, Restless Rowlet? Glad to see ya. And yes. So here's how it's gonna go. Let's go to the area where the Pokemon normally are, which is right up here. Make sure that your Pokemon are ready, which I think mine are all good. I need to give him an item real quick. Doing random encounters in Crystal for Growlithe. Wow. That's good luck with that. What are the odds in Crystal? What are the odds again? I'm going for a shiny team. Nice. That actually be pretty cool. I can't remember what the odds are in Crystal. I feel like it's like 4,000. Oh, 8,192. Oh my gosh. And that's not like. It's not like if you encounter 8,000 Pokemon, you're guaranteed to get one. It's not like that at all. Like every single time you encounter a Pokemon, it's got that. It basically checks, you know, for a shiny. And you could go 16,000 without getting one, but hopefully that's not the case with you. All right, so stand in front of the grass here, and once BlazeBot tells you that it's ready to start, that's when you are ready to go. Let me know when you're ready, and we'll get this thing started. The shiny hunt will end when one of us catches a shiny Pokemon. Does not have to be Poliwag, but you do have to catch the Pokemon. So remember that. It can be any shiny Pokemon, but we're looking for Poliwag. We're going to be chaining for Poliwag. So if it happens to be a Politoad or a Poliwhirl, that's fine too. But we're looking for Poliwag. So any second now, BlazeBot is going to go ahead and say go, and that's when the shiny hunt will begin. So give it a few seconds here, and it's gonna It's gonna happen. All right, let's do this. The first step in the shiny hunt race is to find a regular Poliwag, and then the second step is going to be to chain that Poliwag. SOS chain. Remember, no cheating, no no hacking or modding or anything like that. But I'm sure you don't do that. This would be cool once if we get a lot more people to actually play the game or to watch the stream. We can actually do races pretty much all the time. That would be fun. Anytime we have that going, we can get it started. Come on, Meowth. Meowth! Shiny hunt for Poliwag begins now. Still no regular Poliwag. It's a little scary. A little scary. Doesn't mean anything. I'm sure we'll get him pretty soon. So today's been a pretty interesting day. I'm going to talk about my day a little bit today because I had a... I did a stream earlier today, which was, it was pretty fun. We did some Super Smash Brothers, but things went kind of crazy earlier today, so I think they're back to normal. As far as the stream goes, I think things are back to where I'd like them to be. They're not perfect still, but they're better than they were. And then did some impromptu Splatoon Splatfest streaming. That was pretty fun. And then now we're doing the shiny hunting. So been an interesting day. I took a nap earlier, which was kind of cool, and then I don't know, weird stuff. Weird stuff. I only follow about 11 people, and right now 7 of them are streaming. Wow. Maybe 3 are on at a time. Wow. Well, that's interesting. Fascinating. I'm gonna guess that I'm your favorite, though. Just a wild guess. But I know one of them is Bob Ross, right? Huh. Doesn't really count. Bum, 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 bum. Ladian. Still no Poliwag. This is getting ridiculous. Redonkulous. Rick Donkulus. You're right. Hey, we got a Poliwag. Here we go. If I didn't like you, I would not be watching your stream. You are absolutely right. I'm glad you're here. I like you too, actually. Really do. Oh yeah, he's annoying. I forgot about that. So we got our first Poliwag encounter. We're going to use him to get the SOS chains going and hopefully find us a shiny. Last time I raced somebody was last week, but before that was let's see. So before that was Spinnerack, and I caught Spinnerack within 7 summons. So hopefully we're hoping for a swift one today too, but no guarantee on how that's gonna go. So Was the headband Splatoon only? Yeah, I took a shower before I played Splatoon, so I didn't want to. My hair is still wet, so I just put that headband on. I really am bummed though that I forgot all about your new Ultra Moon streams. Oh, I'm bummed too. I actually thought you'd be there, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll do them. We're gonna do them every Friday night, and that's that. So my goal for the next week is to go ahead and play through, well, not play through, but to play Pokemon Ultra Moon and um, to play through Ultra Moon and also not play Ultra Moon. So my goal for the next week is to go ahead and play Ultra Moon, but only level up my Pokemon and not progress the story in any way, shape, or form. Only go to the places I've already been. And if I need to catch a Pokemon, I will catch a Pokemon, but I won't do anything as far as the story goes. I'll save that for the stream. So my current encounters are at 0-0 because I update them every 10. Because it's just easier for me to do that rather than updating them every single time. I don't have an automatic updater, and I've only encountered 3 so far, so I keep track of it basically by how many aerial aces I've used. I've only used 2 of them. This will be the 3rd one, which means I've only encountered 3 Poliwags. They keep using double slap. Yes, they do. They're so annoying. I'll do my best to remember to stay up a little later and be here on Fridays. Yay! Bill Gates just rang my doorbell. Bye. Okay. I have no reason to not believe you. I've never met you before. Why would you lie to me, right? Why would you make that up? So after Poliwag, I think I'm going to change games. I'm going to go to Pokemon X and Y and do the Friend Safari and see what I can find there. I've never done the Friend Safari before, so I don't know how that's going to work, but I know that there's pretty good odds for catching shiny Pokemon there. And then from there, should be good. So hopefully I catch this Poliwag swiftly, and I can move on to X and Y. And then if I do happen to finish up X and Y and catch a shiny Pokemon there also, then I'll go to Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and finish my Phantom hunt. So it's kind of a variety stream today because I don't really have any other Pokemon that I want to hunt right now. I mean, there's probably a few I could hunt, but I don't have anything planned or anything in mind. So I'm going to go ahead and switch games for the rest of the stream. But it all starts with this Poliwag first. I got to catch this Poliwag. If you want, you can add me for a Friend Safari. I have Teddy Ursa, Minchino, and Chansey. Ooh, those are cool. Thought that was a bot. I don't know. Like, what's my? Does anybody have me on a friend in X and Y that can tell me what my Friend Safari is? I can't remember. Someone had it a little while ago, and I just don't remember who they were. But they told me that they had. They told me what it was. It's been a long time, so I can't remember. Haven't played Sun in several weeks. I'm taking a short break before deciding which game to try next. Ooh, I recommend Triforce Heroes. I think I said it last time. I love that game. It's so much fun. Or Triforce Heroes or Hyrule Warriors. Either one. Excellent games. I did not think I was gonna like Hyrule Warriors, and I love it. It's amazing. It's amazing. Like, it's like the most amazing game that I've ever played. It's not that, but it is amazing. And the 3DS version has extra characters and stuff, and it's coming out on the Switch pretty soon too, so I'm really excited for that. So we'll see. We'll see. It's number 8 right here. I actually think I have you. Oh. Which of my Pokemon games to try? In that case, I recommend Diamond. Diamond is my favorite Pokemon game on the DS. And I'll say that Pokemon Sun and Moon is my favorite on the 3DS. My favorite Game Boy Advance one was Leaf Green. And my favorite Game Boy Color game was... I'm going to say Silver, probably. Although I loved Red and Blue. So I can't really... I can't say I didn't like those games. They were awesome. But yeah, Diamond, Pearl... Actually, you might just go ahead and try Platinum, because Platinum's probably better. But I loved those games. So much fun. If you don't want to do Platinum or Diamond and Pearl, you can probably try Heart Gold or Soul Silver. Those were actually pretty good too. But I have X, Heart Gold, White, and Platinum. Heart Gold's good if you don't want to do Platinum. Of those 4, I recommend Platinum. If you want to play... Now, Platinum's going to be different because there's no fairy types in that game. So all the Pokemon in this game that are fairy types are not going to be fairy types in that game. So it's gonna offer a different experience just because of that alone. But it is a fun game. Definitely a fun game. X, Heart Gold, White, and Platinum. White's pretty good too. I would not play... I would not play Black after playing... I would not play White before playing Heart Gold. So you could probably go like X, Platinum, Heart Gold, and White. You could do Heart Gold first if you wanted to. But I would not play... I would definitely play Black after you play Heart Gold. Because Heart Gold is so slow. It's just really slow. False swipe. Poliwag in the day makes me feel like everything is a shiny. Thanks for the advice. I give killer advice. Trust me. I know lots of things about lots of things. I've had some good experience over the years, I think. I think just in general in my life, I've had some really great experience. Whether it's management experience or relationship experience, or somehow I managed to grow up with this confident, like headstrong mentality. I don't know where it came from, but over the course of my life, I've certainly developed this confidence, and Even if I'm wrong, I'm rushing in there head first. I'm, I'm gonna get it. And if I end up being wrong, I'll learn something, I guess. But it's all good. I think the biggest thing about my life that I'm not too thrilled about is that how long it took me to figure things out. I wish I'd done that sooner. But aside from that, it's been a good life. Good life. I'm gonna call for help. My name's Poliwag. Poliwag. Another substitute. We're getting somewhere now. My speed fell. Oh, no, you didn't. I know you didn't. So, tomorrow I'm going to go see Black Panther. Pretty excited for that. I think the movie overall is going to be really good. I think what I'm looking forward to the most is how it ties into the Avengers and what kinds of things we can hope to see from that, because I know that there's going to be some craziness that comes through, so it'll be interesting to see how that ties into the Avengers. But double slap's the worst. Five times, eh? I switched out to no Firo because Firo, I'm keeping track of how many times I use a certain move, and that's how I determine what number I'm on. I used Aerial Ace and it didn't kill the Pokemon, so I had to switch out to something else so I can actually keep track of it better. So I can switch back now. I'm probably going to use an X attack or something to keep Smeargle doing more damage. Tomorrow I'm going to Toys R Us, which is going to close in April. It's the only one around and it's 30 minutes away. I want to see what games they have. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, that's a good idea. If you see any Switch games, pick one up for me. Poliwag. 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 That one. There are a lot of Switch games that I really want. I wouldn't mind having Pokken Tournament, but I don't think I'm going to play it. I wouldn't mind having Ultra Street Fighter 2. I guess what it's called. But again, I don't think I'm going to play it that much. I'm getting the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection because I love Street Fighter. And Street Fighter Alpha 2 is my favorite Street Fighter game ever. And I can't wait for that game to come out. It doesn't have online play, sadly, but Alpha 3 does, so I could probably play it online. And that might be pretty fun. But I'm excited to play Alpha 2 again. And on the Switch, that'd be cool. But Street Fighter, what's I gonna do? This one. Yeah. But Street Fighter, Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challengers, I think it was. It looked really great. It had a really great presentation, but they had two characters in that game that were new characters, and they were just super broken. Like they were super overpowered, and it was just really really tough to wrap my head around that. Ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum-bum-bum. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. I remember you were playing ukulele, and there was a joke that I was a little confused on. Trouser the Snake is a snake in ukulele. He uh, wears trousers. It's a joke I can't explain. So if you want more elaboration, you'll have to get it from somewhere else. I apologize. But that game is pretty cool. I like ukulele a lot. I thought that was really neat game. I actually kind of want to get Super Meat Boy for Switch, because that game is really fun. It's just really hard, and I wouldn't mind playing through it again. I have it on PlayStation 4, but I turned my PlayStation 4 on for the first time in like a long time, just recently, and it was interesting. They do this thing now where they put your real name on the PlayStation 4. I don't want my real name displayed there, because if I stream on PlayStation 4, my real name's going to be right there. I don't want that. So I don't know how to turn that off. Yeah, I have not finished ukulele just yet. I stopped streaming it because games like that, like Mario Odyssey and ukulele, don't really get me a whole lot of views. And I'm trying to get more exposure right now, so I have to kind of stick with games that are going to get me, that are going to be more exciting and more interesting to watch. It's a little frustrating because I like those games and I think those games are really cool. But my user base isn't high enough that people would watch me play them. So I have to kind of figure out what I'm gonna do, and maybe I will, eventually get back into that. But I never finished Mario Odyssey either for that same reason. But and I think also I'm kind of getting out of platform games a little bit. I like platform games like Mario and ukulele, but I don't think I'm gonna like keep with them. So I bought ukulele because of what it was, because of what it represented. I am a huge fan of Banjo-Kazooie. I'm a huge fan of Banjo-Tooie, GoldenEye, Killer Instinct, Donkey Kong Country, every game that Rare made on the Super Nintendo and arcades back in the day. Just amazing, amazing games. Those guys who made those games don't work for Rare anymore. And they wanted to make a sequel to Banjo-Kazooie, but they couldn't because those rights belonged to Rare. So they made the game Ukulele, and it's very nostalgic and very stylized and set in the theme of Banjo-Kazooie, and it's just such a great experience. And I'm glad they had the opportunity to do it. I couldn't have asked for anything more. Except for maybe Banjo-Kazooie actually being in the game. But my ultimate hope, what I really want to have happen, is I want Nintendo to buy Playtonic Games, make them a second-party developer, and we'll basically have Rare with Nintendo again, and that would be amazing. But that's such a pipe dream. That's such a thing that would probably likely never happen. But boy, would it be cool. I would die, literally. I would literally die. I would stop streaming forever because I'm dead. I would basically um, I'd basically have to just, you know, um, deal with it. I'm gonna take a selfie real quick, guys. Put it on my Instagram for promoting my stream. Nailed it. Check out my Instagram for that selfie. Still no Poliwag. We're at 20 encounters, a little more than 20 encounters. No shiny Poliwag. I did a pretty killer dab the other day. It was actually pretty flawlessly executed, if I do say so myself. I was just thinking about it because I did the... I just took that clip. I'm going to put it into a video tonight and put that up on YouTube pretty soon, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Poliwag 26 right here. Bum, 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 bum. I don't usually like using my cell phone when I'm on stream, but I'm not texting, I promise. I'm really trying to promote my stream a little bit more. I picked up a lot of new followers on Instagram because I take pictures of my amiibo collection. It's been pretty cool. Bum bum bum. Let's use the old roost. My hair's getting long. I gotta get it cut soon. Gotta get it cut real soon. Just the sides right here. Just gotta get them layered. Poliwrath? Oh, snap. I didn't know Poliwrath would ever come out. Super effective. My speed fell. How dare you lower my speed? Yellow Lemon 571 is on the scene. Hope things are going well for you. I got a new follower just now from that one from that one post. It's crazy. But anyway, glad you're here, Yellow Lemon. We're hunting Poliwag right now. Probably going to change games after I catch one to Pokemon X. I think it's X that I have. It's either X or Y. I can't remember. It's X. Yeah. And then we're going to change to Alpha Sapphire should we catch another shiny Pokemon there. But Yellow Lemon, do you play Pokemon X or Y, and have you done the Friend Safari? Because I had a question for you if you did. Oh, I meant to change Pokemon. I meant to switch it up. Switch it up. Poke Radar and SOS. That makes sense. The Friend Safari is what I'm most curious about because I don't remember what Pokemon I have like, I don't know what Pokemon that having my friend code will get you in the friend safari. So I was just kind of curious. But it's okay if you don't have it. No worries. Number 30 right here. 30 Pokemon been KO'd. And we're moving on. Oh, not yet, actually. I gotta hit him first. Well, in hordes, but I've only done that once when I was 10, and that got me a shiny Psyduck. Nice. So, refresh my memory. Hordes were in Pokemon Alpha Sapphire? And I think the one before that, right? X and Y also? I've never done horde hunting, but I feel like I should. Might get some good results, so I'm kind of curious if that would work. I mean, it probably will, but... X and Y. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I feel like it was in... No. I don't know, I kept thinking it was in, like, the one before that also, but it wasn't. Like, yeah, it was not, because X and Y was the first one that had the 3D Pokemon, the 3D Pokemon... presentation, like this. This first one they look like this. So 1 in 512 chance. That's awesome. I really should do that. That new follower was totes me. Oh, cool. That's cool. I will take it. There you go. Saw my hair not up in a bun. I was gonna delete that picture, but I just kept it on there. My Instagram's getting real hot lately. I'm just gonna keep posting more pictures of Amiibo. I have a couple planned for tonight and tomorrow. And then we're going to move on. Like, I'm doing Kirby right now. I'm cataloging all the Kirby Amiibo. And then I'm moving on to Yoshi and Yoshi Woolly World. Currently hunting for a shiny Vulpix for Steph of Anime's Shiny Challenge. Ooh. That's pretty cool. I hope you find one. I have a shiny Growlithe, but I don't have a shiny Alola anything yet, so hopefully you find that. That'd be pretty cool. But even with the shiny charm, I've been through 3 chains, each over 120 encounters. You should stick with 1. I wouldn't reset after 120. I know that the math is kind of wonky on it, but I think the numbers reset after 255. Okay, I see. So it's not your fault. But yeah, so the odds, there's a couple of different like tiers of odds for shiny hunting when you do SOS chaining. So I think the first tier is like the first. It's unclear, so the research is not conclusive on it. But it's either the first 30 or the first 60 or 70. Are basically all like it's like 1 in was it 1,000, 1,200, something like that, with the shiny charm, and then once you pass 30 or 70, that's when it decreases to 1 in 500. So it's definitely worth. Yeah, that's exactly it. So you wanna stick with that up until 255 when it resets again. So Purple Love is in the room. Welcome to the stream, Purple Love. Shiny hunting a Poliwag today. Hope your evening is going well. Nice Saturday night. My day is going really well, actually. Really well. But I hope you're shiny hunting a Pokemon. If not, that's fine too. But if you... I wish you the best of luck, no matter what you're doing. But thanks for hanging out with us today, because it's always great to have new faces around here, or familiar faces that have been around for a while. So we're gonna get a shiny Poliwag, and then we're gonna move on to Pokemon X and Y, and then over to Pokemon Alpha Sapphire to finish off the night. That's what I'm planning. That's probably how it's going to work out. Of course, anything can happen. You never know what the day is going to bring. But I do have the Magic 8 Ball that will steer us in the right direction. So, I'm going to ask the Magic 8 Ball one question right now. Magic 8 Ball, will I catch a shiny Poliwag during tonight's stream? February 17th, 2018. The answer may astound you. You may rely on it. Ooh, that's like the most definite answer I've ever gotten from the 8 Ball. It's usually so cryptic, like, ask again later, or, possibly. So it says you may rely on it. That's good news for the Magic 8 Ball, which is not, it's not wrong very often. I'm going to ask one more question to the Magic 8 Ball. And I'm going to leave it alone so I don't press its luck. Magic 8 Ball. Me and Rondom Timic Force are currently hunting for a shiny Poliwag. Will I find the shiny Poliwag before Rondom Timic Force tonight? February 17th, 2018. Oh! Oh! It says without a doubt. That's two definite answers from the Magic 8 Ball today. Good luck, Rondom to McForce. Anything can happen. Currently hunting for a shiny Dragonair. Sweet. I'm going to tell you that Dratini is like super tough to get a hold of. It's probably more worth it to go ahead and Masuda method for a Dratini, but Dragonair might be a different story. So, I tried hunting for Dratini a little while ago, and it kept like... It kept doing something. I can't remember what it was, but it kept like nearly killing itself or something. Last week, while hunting for Poliwag, Poliwag has a pretty low chance of summoning Politoed as an SOS Pokemon. Politoed came out, and I had about 60 encounters, something like that. Politoed came out and basically used Perish Song, and with my Smeargle being paralyzed, it eventually ended up killing the Poliwag that I was trying to SOS chain. So I was real upset, let me tell you. But it was probably time to call it a night anyway at that point, because I'd been doing that for 3 hours. And so Politoed came in and was just like, hey, you should go to bed. I was like, all right, all right. I'm not going to argue with you. That was an interesting situation, actually. That's never really happened to me before. I've never had one Pokemon come in and ruin everything. Um, Usually it happens because I forget to change targets, and that the summoning Pokemon struggles itself to death. That's usually what happens, but this time it didn't happen that way. Or last time. Last time, Politoed just came in and was just like, nope, you're done. Take a seat, son. Take a seat. Oh no, I'm paralyzed. Whatever will I do? So in my head right now, I'm toying with something. I'm thinking about something. I don't know if it's gonna work out. Since the SOS chaining can be very, very repetitive and kind of slow, I probably could multitask and do shiny hunting on a different game while I'm doing this. And I most likely can have that streaming in a different window as well. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing that or not in the coming weeks. But it's definitely something I could do. So I don't know if you guys want to see that. If you do, let me know. I could literally be doing shiny hunting in Pokemon X and Y at the same time as SOS chaining in Pokemon this one. Whatever it is. Moon. So we'll see. If I decide to do that, like the other method that I would use to stream the video is super wonky and it doesn't always work. So it might just be more of a headache that I shouldn't want to have to deal with it. But if it's something you'd want to see, I'll try it. I can definitely try it. I'd be cool with it. This double slap business. Ugh. It's the worst. I'm probably more upset about double slap than I should be because it's called double slap and it hits you 5 times. That's not double. Ow! 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 Which Pokemon would be the worst in real life? Probably Muck or Grimer. Probably. There's sludge Pokemon that are just like probably smell really bad, and they also leave like goop everywhere. I mean, it's great to have them like in a Pokemon battle because your other Pokemon would probably never want to. Would never want to attack them because it'd just be disgusting. But I don't know. I think Muck or Grimer would be bad. Also, the skunk Pokemon, whatever his name was. But he's actually pretty good. Like, he's a good Pokemon. I think my buddy used him. I can't remember his name right now. But he was pretty cool too. Do you have a Mew from Wonder Trade or Pokemon Bank? I don't. I've not used Pokemon Bank yet, but I feel like I probably should be using Pokemon Bank because I just haven't done it yet. Especially since I want to complete the Pokedex in Pokemon Ultra Sun and start shiny hunting there instead. I definitely should do that. It's gonna have to happen soon, I think. Double slap. Mag Cargo. I like Mag Cargo. He just has like liquid hot magma. Like dripping off of him. So he would probably burn your house down, but he's pretty cool. He's a good fire type. He'll spew liquid hot magma at your opponents, which is kind of the greatest thing ever. I kind of want, speaking of Dr. Evil and Austin Powers, it's kind of a obscure reference, but I kind of want there to be a combination of Sharpedo and Genesect. Not like a merging, more about like I want there to be a shark Pokemon that has a friggin' laser beam attached to its friggin' head. That'd be tight. Super cool. Teach it False Swipe, Smart Strike, and Recycle, and you got the perfect SOS chain Pokemon. Yep. That's what this Smeargle is doing, actually. He's just not very strong. That's his biggest problem. If Smeargle had higher attack, he'd be the perfect one. He's got Aerial Ace, False Swipe, Recycle, and that's pretty much it for him. But oh, and Roost to keep himself healthy. But you have to give him like a X attack in order to make him worthy. I thought Mew learns Recover naturally, doesn't he? Am I wrong on that? I'm gonna look that up real quick because I can't remember. I felt like Mew did learn Recover naturally, but that might have been a long time ago. Maybe he doesn't anymore. I don't see it in its Learn set. Learn set. Let's check the Sun and Moon. Dex here. You know what makes me really mad about Mew, though? Pokemon Red and Blue. You can't catch a Mew normally. Under normal circumstances, you can't catch a Mew. I get that. It's a rare Pokemon. And you shouldn't... It shouldn't be just readily available. Like, it's a super rare Pokemon, right? I get that. But there's a glitch to catch Mew in Red and Blue, which is great because it was a long rumor. It was a rumor for a long, long time that you'd be able to do it. And Nintendo did like events and stuff where you could actually, you know, go to an event and get a Mew, but they weren't that often. But the problem is that the problem with that is that you couldn't, like, what am I gonna say? They didn't do those that often, so you never really could get a Mew in legitimate ways if you lived in a town that didn't have these events or whatever. So it was really tough to even get a Mew. But then there was a glitch that came out, probably like 10 years later or something like that, where you actually could get a Mew, and you could utilize the glitch to capture Mew and just have it, and you could actually do this glitch twice per game, and it was pretty awesome. Yellow Lemon is saying that you could. There was an event to catch it on Nugget Bridge. So yeah, there's like a little glitch you can do there to get Mew. So you really couldn't normally catch it. It was a glitch that you had to perform, and you had to do things in a certain way to get it. When the eShop games came out, they didn't disable the glitch, which is awesome. But they did disable your ability to bring him into Pokemon Sun and Moon. So that's probably what made me the most upset, because I was ready to get this Mew. I was so ready to finally be able to catch Mew and finally be able to use him in a way that was actually that was cool, you know, but they just never. And I get why they're doing it. It's just not. I just don't like it. I just don't. It's not that I don't agree. I agree. I'm not. I'm not trying to oppose their position on it. I don't like it. You can still bring the Mew. Don't you have to like get a certain trainer ID or something like that? You have to have like a trainer ID of a certain like combination of numbers, and you have to have your name as like Game Freak or something, and then you can bring it in. But you'd have to like soft reset so many times to get that trainer ID. Other mods for the stream, I have a bot. I'm not sure what you mean. I don't like auto mod. No, I just have I have the auto mod because I just don't want any questionable material getting put onto my stream. So auto mod's pretty strict, and I get that. I'm sorry that it's blocked your messages or whatever, but just know that it keeps things the most clean. So, and it's the most clean with minimal effort. How about that? Yeah. So there's so much that you have to do in order to get the Mew into the game that it's probably just not even worth it. Just I'll catch him, sure, but I don't have to bring him in. But I was finally excited to catch Mew, and actually, in a way that, while still not legitimate, was still like, it was finally relevant, because that game had been irrelevant for so long, since you couldn't bring them into the Game Boy Advance games or the DS games, and now you finally can, but they don't let you. They're like, no, you can't do that. Can't do it. Can't do it. So Yellow Lemon, you can actually teach, you can teach Mew how to roost. You can teach him how to roost. And you can teach him how to leech life if you want to. What else can you do? Rest. Teach him to rest and give him a berry. Draco 869, what's up, Draco? Welcome to the stream. We're shiny hunting us a Poliwag. We are shiny hunting us a Poliwag. I really can't do a British accent. I just have to let you know. That's not. I need to work on it. Hello, Governor. No. You can teach him. That's it. That's all you can teach him. That's all. But it's cool. I think Roost is pretty good. It's almost just like Recover. And you don't have to use your you use your TM, but you don't lose your TM when you use it. So I mean, while Recover is a good move, you don't have to use Recover necessarily. God, he can use all the Z moves, can he? Maybe. Transfer only moves. For Pichu, I don't remember how many it was for Pichu. It wasn't very many, as far as I can remember. I'm pretty sure it was like... It was around 100, I think. It wasn't that many. He was awesome, though. Like, I think Pichu is it was one of those ones where you have to pay attention because he looks the same as his regular colors. So if you're not paying attention, he'll just slip by you. The last thing I want to do is KO another shiny Pokemon. And yeah, I said another. So I did it. I think I've done it like 3 times. And it was not fun. It was definitely Mew is supposed to know everything but recover. I guess he doesn't learn it. I don't know why, but I thought I remember seeing him use recover before. So maybe that's where I got confused. And I think I'm thinking of Mewtwo and not Mew. But, I mean, you don't even need recover. You can just use Roost. In fact, I think Roost is the same. Isn't it the same move? If you see a Mew use recover, report it. Oh my gosh, stop being paralyzed. Console banned for using recover? Ouch. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do anything like that. I think that while modding and hacking is cool, it just ruins the way the game is played. So, Roost, the user lands and rests its body. It restores the user's HP by up to half of its maximum HP. So, that's Roost. As far as recover, let's see. Restoring its own cells, the user restores its own HP by half of its max HP. So, it's basically the same. Basically. The only difference is Roost is up to half of its max, so it may not necessarily restore half of its HP, but it would definitely restore some of its max HP. Or probably within a decent amount, probably. Within a good range of half of its max. Most likely. Oh, come on, Smeargle. Cut it out. There's people watching. Really? We don't like to attack anymore? We don't like to do the attacks? Come on, Smeargle. I almost feel like I should give him a, whatever berry it is that cures paralyzation. Rather than, the Lepa berry. This is number 60, by the way. I just KO'd number 60. Working on... catching the shiny. It's going to happen pretty soon, I think. I'm real excited. I can just feel it. I can feel it. So CFW is custom firmware, for those of you wondering. Custom firmware will allow you to do all kinds of stuff. Namely, you can actually use cheat codes and stuff in games. That's like the biggest thing that custom firmware can do. So, if you are curious about it, that's like the number one thing. Well, not the number one thing people use it for. I think there's a multitude of things you can use it for. When I had it, I used it for I use it to stream video to the computer so I could stream my games to Twitch. That was the thing that I used it for. And I never cheated or anything like that. I do have a town in Animal Crossing that I do hack and I do mod. But every other town in Animal Crossing, I don't do anything like that. And I never use custom firmware to do it, so... Arthropod is in the house. What's going on, Arthropod? Welcome to the stream. Yeah. Unsigned apps on your system. Arthropod. We got a nice little Saturday night going. Bumping in the chat room today. That's what's up. That's what we like to see. Of course, guys, I'm here every Saturday night, shiny hunting like a champion. 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And I'm gonna feel like crap tomorrow. Oh no, how come? What's going on tomorrow? Still hunting for Rowlet. Oh man. Rowlet is like literally the cutest thing ever. I love Rowlet. It's been an hour and 10 minutes since we started. It sure has. We're on hour number 2, and we're making good time. It's basically about 10 Pokemon KOs per hour. So if you're curious as far as like how long it takes to shiny hunt a Pokemon, it's basically about 10 KOs per hour. Or not hour. It's 10 KOs per 10 minutes, not 10 per hour. It's about 60 per hour. Why am I saying hour? It's not hour. Sorry, I knew that was going to come up. Per 10 minutes, it's 60 per hour. 60 per hour. I was going to say, whoa. I would definitely not do it if it was 10 per hour. That'd be terrible. That would be me freaking out over what to do for 6 minutes for every KO. Huh. Oh, cutscene times, wow. That's like full odds too, like you have to do all of that. What about Masuda method? Do you think that'd be better or easier to shiny hunt in Masuda method? Or no? I'm probably gonna do that for the starters. I don't want to have to reset like that. Recycle. So there's a little bit of a leak. I talked about it a little earlier today if you caught my other streams, but there's a little bit of a leak regarding Pokemon for the Switch. It's not much. Nothing really has been detailed, and it's strictly rumor right now. But apparently someone who worked for setting up Nintendo's E3 booths had talked about Pokemon Switch being at E3 in some way, shape, or form. So whatever Nintendo's announcement or Nintendo Direct is going to be, uh, we might see Pokemon Switch during that Nintendo Direct. So, I mean, hold out, hold your breath, and think about it. But the person actually predicted a lot of stuff from last year's E3, and he got it all right. So, we'll see how it goes on this one. But I think that I think whatever happens is gonna be pretty cool. They also talked about an Animal Crossing as well. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but you know, I'm excited to see what they talk about at E3. E3 is just around the corner. It's in what, August, I think, and I can't wait, honestly. It's said to be like Pokemon Yellow for Red and Blue, but for Sun and Moon. Bum, bum, bum. So even if you do Masuda method and you hatch the egg is authentic. It's going to have the same trainer ID. It's not going to have a different trainer ID. I'm not sure if that's what you meant. But you certainly should weigh your options at least. I don't like soft resetting, so I'm probably not going to do it for the starters. I'd rather Masuda method for the starters. And probably Dratini also, just because Dratini's a pain in the butt. However, I think for the legendaries, I might soft reset, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. That's for sure. Goodness. We're almost at 70 right now. The egg wouldn't be, as it would have to be in a game I've played through, and I want to have it from the start. Okay. But you could... never mind. Because you'd have to hatch the egg. There's no way of knowing what's inside the egg. So, yeah, you'd have a starter, but it wouldn't be from... I see what you're saying. It would have the same trainer ID as the game you hatched it in. But if you trade every single egg over to the game that you're playing... there's no guarantee that the egg will hatch with a shiny Pokemon in it. So I see what you're saying. It's better to, I think if you're not wanting to start the game over, then yeah, Masuda method's probably better. But if you're wanting to play through the whole game with a shiny Rowlet, then you have to soft reset basically. With if your goal is to make it so that Rowlet doesn't get boosted experience points, then yeah. Yes, indeed. I see what you're saying. That's number 70, folks. Number 70. KO'd. KO! Yeah, I have a German not Terracat. I have a German Incineroar and an American Ditto, so I should be able to do Masuda method on that one. I've done like 30 eggs on that Pokemon, but I got really tired of it like really quickly, so I couldn't I couldn't keep going. But it was fun at least. I'm gonna try it again and see if I can get it, but it's not gonna be anytime soon. I could probably most likely get it. It's just gonna be a while. So we'll see. See how things go. Bum 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 bum. Japanese Ditto, nice. I kind of want a I want a Ditto from a different country, but I don't even know how to get one. Actually, I I wonder if I could just play the game in a different language. I bet I could. Interesting. Maybe I'll try that. Not right now, but I will probably try that at some point. I tried putting a Pokemon up on the Pokemon Wonder Trade and asking for a Ditto. And I specifically put on there, I want a Pokemon with from a different country, but someone just traded me an American Ditto. I was pretty mad. I was like, never again. I'm never doing this again. Aerial Ace. Aced. Aced. I've gotten a foreign Ditto that has the name 6IV. It is not 6IV. It's 0IV. I still love them. I can't remember what I put up there. I put something that's like exclusive to my version of the game. Like it was like a Lola Sandshrew or Vulpix or something like that. I can't really remember what it was, but I put something up there that was like that people would likely want to have. Actually, no, it was a starter. I put a starter up there. I think it was Rowlet or something like that. So I put that up there and hoping that somebody would come by and say, "Hey, I've got a Japanese Ditto if you want it." And I've got so many of those Pokemon to trade away. I could probably do one today, a Wonder Trade, just to see what we get. There is no limit to the amount of Wurmples I'm willing to receive in Wonder Trade. No limit. You want a Wurmple? Oh, I got you, bro. If it was around when the game first came out, sorry. I want to get all of them Wurmples. Let me get all of them. Yes, hi, Game Freak. Yeah, what is the limit on the amount of Wurmples I can receive in Wonder Trade? Yeah, there's no limit. Oh. Oh, okay. I just thought maybe you'd want to limit that, but that's fine. Nope, no limit. Huh. I found the shiny. What? Pixor, it didn't happen. Did you catch it, though? Did you catch it, though? Mencino bro, what up people? Ain't been here in a minute. It has been a minute. Nice. Thank you for stopping by, Mencino bro. I appreciate it. Minchino? Is it Minchino? I think it's Minchino. Mencino? Minchino? I think it's Minchino. I mean, saying it multiple times is not going to change what it is, but I don't know. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Minchino. Got it. Huh. Or sprechen Sie the same lingity. I feel like my whole life is talking in Dr. Evil quotes. Bum 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 bum. But we're gonna get this shiny Poliwag. Melee Garden. I am in Melee Garden. Looking for a shiny Poliwag and or a Politoad, Poliwrath, Poliwhirl, any of those, any of the Polys. Poly Pocket. I would take a shiny Poly Pocket at this point. Doesn't matter. Polygraph. I would even take a shiny Polygraph, to be honest. Send it to Instagram. Let's check it out. I do not have it yet. Let's see. That's regular. Polygraph. Polly Pocket. I've got a doll from that brand somewhere. Toads my goats. I don't have it. I wonder why. It came through on my phone here, but it didn't. It won't take it to there. It won't even show me. There we go. One request. It's not there. Alright. I don't know where it is. Shiny Polygraph. It's not... like, I got a notification saying that I got a message, but it's not on my Instagram. I don't know where it is. I'll check it out soon. As soon as it shows up, I'll check it out. There it is. Oh, snap. That is him. Nice. That's cool. Poliwhirl. He's not shiny, is he? I don't think he is. No one saw that, did they? I don't think he's shiny. I just want to double check because I really feel like I wasn't paying attention. And if he is shiny, I'm going to be really mad. So... I'm just going to look him up real quick. He is not. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Go ahead and kill him. Ow. Too hard for me to tell. He does look really close to being shiny. But I feel like I would have heard the chime. There was no chime. No chime. Did you catch that shiny, by the way? Because those were the rules. You had to catch the shiny. Nice. He is definitely shiny. You can tell. I'm looking at the video. Cool. Well, good job. Congratulations. You won the challenge. I'm giving you a bonus extra 100. Okay, you're going to catch it now. Once you catch it, let me know and I'll give you a bonus 100 bells for the chat room. Coming soon in the chat room, we'll be able to do sound effects in the chat room. So you'll be able to do Um, sound effects like the first one that's gonna be planned is ha, got him. It's gonna be the first one, and then I can't believe you've done this is gonna be another one. Stay tuned for that. Also, boom, ba-doom, ba-doom. What other sound effects could I put in my stream? If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Trying to think. It's a male. I need a name. A name for a Poliwag, shiny one. I would just call him Blue, but yeah, that's my name. You can take it if you want, but what else? What else could you call him? Ooh, Emolga. You can call him Swirly Belly. You can call him Swarly. Swarly. That's a How I Met Your Mother reference, by the way. Polly. Holy. You can call him Polish. Maybe Anuro? 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 So Magic 8 Ball wrong on the first one. Or the second question, whether or not I would catch the shiny Pokemon before you. Rondom to McForce is the winner on that. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the extra 100 bells that you've so... that you deserve. And then... just got to keep going, I guess. Just got to keep going. Bum 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 bum. There you go. 100 extra bells. Polypod, they have feetsies. Aw. Well, feetsies. They got well feetsies. I don't think he's... if I could just see him, that'd be great. Yeah, he's not. Nah, she's regular. Regular. Anybody got time for regular? Get out of here. Well, I hope this isn't going to go all night. That'd be the worst. I'm being invited to a room on Splatoon 2 right now. Natarahas. Nataraha. I'm not gonna... of course I'm not gonna go to it, but... explosive Pokemon. 72 hours later. Just just sitting here like, just one more. It's gonna be the next one, I know it. Here it comes. I haven't eaten in 2 days. You know, I'd probably just order Chinese food if I was gonna be around for that long. If I was gonna be online for 24 hours straight, I would certainly order Chinese food. Nah, you'd be in the hospital for exhaustion. I don't know, this isn't really that exhausting. I'd probably be fine. It's a little cutie fly that I caught last week. Finally. Added it to the list. Come on. Number 80, folks. We've got number 80 down for the count, right? Well, not yet, but he will be soon. I've gone without food for a day, but by accident? Ooh. I don't like doing it for more than, like, there are times where I'm, like, doing streams, or I'm working hard or something like that, and I do forget to eat sometimes, but I never try to. And there are times where I'm, like, so hungry, but I don't want to make anything, so I'll, like, just eat something like a little snack, just to make those hunger pains go away. That's probably why I'm so thin, but it's fine. I made my choice. I don't like doing dishes at all, so it's my least favorite thing to do. So if I could just not do that, that'd be great. Great. A whole month just on water. Don't recommend that. You should probably eat something. Rice cakes. Anything. So the thing about dishes, I've had a dishwasher in every home that I've lived in, like apartment or house or wherever I've lived, but they've never done the job that they advertise to do. So I always end up having to wash the dishes before I put them in the dishwasher, and at that point, why don't I just wash the dishes myself? There's no sense in me washing them twice, basically. Come on, Poliwag. We know you want to get caught. It's so fun. Well, tell you what, I will mail you all my dishes and you can wash them and send them back. How about that? I'm also not going to pay shipping, so it's up to you. If you love them so much, then I figured you'd want to pay shipping, right? That's what I thought. I'm also going to send them to your P.O. box, so you have to actually get out of your house and go to the post office in order to pick them up. I'm the worst person ever. Don't follow me. Bum 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 bum. The bottom of a sink, any sink. I'm gonna be honest with you. You haven't lived until you have to put your hands into a garbage disposal because something breaks inside of there, like glass or something. Or until like if there's a piece like stuck in the garbage disposal and you have to like pull it out, otherwise it won't spin anymore. Like it's scary, but you haven't lived, because you know what? It's not like this. It's not like the garbage disposal has ever turned itself on, just by itself. So that's not really something I should worry about. But I mean, with your hands in there, I mean, it could happen, and then what happens? Then what do you do? I don't have a garbage disposal. We take it out like a man. Are you trying to say that women can't do it? Final destination. I'm a girl. That's why I'm so dang scared. All right, fair enough. You just put me in my place, shut me right down. um, equality, I love it. So in the garbage disposal, you can actually put like food down there. Um, you don't have to like scrape all your food off into the trash first. You can food can go down there, and the garbage disposal breaks it all up for you and sends it down the drain. I mean, you can't put like chicken or turkey down there, but you can put like little bits of food can go down there, and it won't. Like, I'm not really sure if I need a garbage disposal, but it's nice to have. Nice to know that the food that goes down there is not going to mess anything up. I'm totally fine rolling in dirt and touching roaches out of the bottom of a pristine sink. Off limits. I don't like, I'm not a big fan of toilets. Those are like my least favorite thing to clean. Um, just gross, you know? It's just gross. One of these days, we'll get this shiny Poliwag. It's gonna happen. I'm also fine with cleaning toilets. Sure, why not? Put a book down the garbage disposal. But don't tell anybody that I told you to do it. Just tell people that you came up with the idea of your own free will. I have several books I would have put in a garbage disposal. What's one book you would have thrown in the garbage disposal? What's the first one? $50 Shades of Grey? Just right in the garbage disposal. Huh. I'm gonna screenshot these. I work at a church thrift store. And some of the books we get are wild. Oh no. Harry Potter's good though. I liked Harry Potter. Magic and Muggles? Or is that something else? I can't remember. Personally, the first down would be Truly Tasteless Jokes Volume 4. Oh gosh. Truly Tasteless Jokes Volume 4. Wait a second, you're saying that the jokes in the Truly Tasteless Jokes Volume 4 book were truly tasteless? Nah, there's no way. They wouldn't do that. No, they don't. Huh. These Poliwags do not want to summon a shiny right now. But I'm at 90. 90 KOs. Who even makes fun of Polish people anymore? Huh. I don't know. I don't, but it's because I'm part Polish. I'm half Polish. People always ask me if I'm a Pole, and I tell them, I'm Polish. Book was racist and outdated and also said I smelled bad. Ugh. Ugh. How does the book know? How does the book know that you smell bad? Hey, you. Yeah, you reading this book right now. The book knew me too well. That's funny. Well, I don't think you smell bad. Probably smell fine. I sleep next to approximately 90 books. That's an interesting fact. Little factoid, little tidbit. I sleep next to 0 books. 0. I've only read like a handful of books. I'm more of a movies kind of guy. Like, spell it out for me. Kevin Trudeau's series of books. Ooh. 500 books in my room. Nice. I think I prefer like comic books and manga. Um, oh my gosh, Poliwag. Let's go. Let's go. I gotta switch targets here in a second. Almost forgot. Oh no. Kevin Trudeau's in jail for fraud. Whew. Can't have that. It tells you all you need to know. Wow. Well, that's unfortunate. It's too bad what goes on out there, but I think books are cool. I think they're such a cool way to like chronicle what's going on and tell stories and things like that. I think that's we've gotten into a situation in the world where we can do that because written word is so common. Are we ever going to get to a point where every possible scenario is written down? Maybe, maybe not. But written word is going to be here long after we're gone. Although, once the sun explodes, everything's gone. So, you know. Favorite books of this, Natural Cures They Don't Want You to Know About, and More Natural Cures Revealed. Oh. Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah. That's not cool. Can't mislead people like that. Not cool, bro. Not cool. What? What? Oh, gosh. Media resource decoding error. Uh-oh. one of these days we're gonna get this shiny Poliwag. It's gonna be pretty cool. One of these days. Still waiting for my Poliwag. That's all I want right now. Magic 8 Ball told me that I was gonna get it. And if I don't get it, I'm basically gonna be suing the production company, the Magic 8 Ball. Magic 8 Ball Incorporated. Get ready. Dragon Ball Super. I'm actually excited for that tonight. I'll be watching that myself later on. It's getting really good. It's getting close to the end of the tournament. And, I'm really excited to see what happens. I think I know what happens, though, so... I should start watching that. So Dragon Ball Super, I didn't start watching that until after. There's several different arcs in Dragon Ball Super, and they go through. The first like tournament they go through is like. It's between like universes, and I skipped that whole arc, but I started watching. When they started traveling through time with Trunks again, so that was cool. That was a really cool arc, and then after that, I kind of stayed hooked. But I think that right now they're going through a tournament with all the different universes, and I'm really excited to see how it turns out. So I can't wait to see the episode tonight. That's gonna be cool. But I think that I always liked Dragon Ball Z. I just didn't like all the filler episodes and the powering up episodes, and it was just really annoying. But it wasn't bad necessarily. It was just a lot of powering up that really didn't need to take place. If they just like cut it down, it would have been a lot better. There's an episode where Bulma has to go chase a Dragon Ball underwater. I'm like, oh, this is the worst episode ever. Like, nothing happens. Watching older anime, nice. I just started watching Sword Art Online. A friend of mine recommended it to me, and just based on the kind of things that I like, and I love that series. I think it's really cool. There's a couple things that I think could be better. There's a couple things that I kind of wish weren't in there, but I don't think that it's bad necessarily. I wouldn't call it old. That one's not old, I don't think. It's pretty recent, I think. I remember it being around probably about 10 years ago. I guess it's old compared to just time, but compared to anime, it's probably pretty new. It looks great. I got past episode 5. I'm actually almost finished with the series. I only have a few episodes left in season 4, I think, 3. They're making a reboot soon. Ooh. Maybe they'll change some things. There's a few things I really wish they would change. Which I think would be for the better. We broke 100 just now. Did you watch that one, Arthropod, or are you did you not like it? It's okay if you didn't. I was just kind of curious. You seem to have not liked it. with fleshed out characters. I thought that the relationship between the two main characters was a bit rushed. Um, it was kind of hard to believe at first. 2 seasons. Second season was not great, or the second arc was not great with the fairies. I did not like that one. It got better after that, but I did not like it. Dead Man Wounded Land. I have not seen it. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you there. There's a lot of potential for that show to be better and less fan servicey, and I thought it really could have been something something more than it was, but I like it. I thought it was good. Good, not great. Like a solid 7, 6.5 out of 10 probably. Just because some of the stuff they did in that show was a bit strange. Strange. So we're past the 100 mark, and it's about 2 hours into the stream today. So far, no shiny Poliwag, but the night is not over. The night is young. Looking forward to the reboot. So I read the manga for Sword Art Online, and I thought it was actually... I liked the manga better than... Not the whole manga, but the... the first part, I think. It's basically the first arc. I read that one, and I liked it. I think it was better. It left a lot of stuff out, and I think leaving things out made it better because you could pick up on the characters later on. Like you catch them at different points through the series, and you kind of start thinking, oh, you know what? At this point in the story, they are much closer, so you can kind of just put 2 and 2 together and feel like they've spent a lot of time together and that they actually got to know each other pretty well. But in the anime, they kind of show you all the times that they spent together, and it doesn't really add up to much. So that's the only thing I'm really upset about, was it didn't feel like they ever got that close. And they still felt distant in some seasons later on. But I did like it. And of course, the main character is definitely a Mary Sue, or the male version of a Mary Sue. He's overpowered and always shows up at the right time, and there doesn't seem to be any kind of loss or anything in his life or any trials that he's gone through. He just kind of is there, and super good at everything. He's a bit dry. But I do wish that he had more weaknesses. He just seems like he's too good, and when he goes up against other players who are also good, he like beats them, and it's like no one is surprised. It's a Gary Stew. Gary Stew is the name that you give to males who have that. Gary Stew. But I am looking for another anime to watch after this one. I haven't really decided what it's gonna be. I'm not really like, you know, familiar with a lot of anime either, so any suggestions would be appreciated. Godzilla. Godzilla anime. Kaiba? Kaiba? Maybe I'll try that out. I need to write that down, actually. Kaiba. Bleach or Fairy Tail? I want to stay away from Bleach. Not because of any real reason, but I know a lot of my friends liked Bleach, and they talked about it a lot. I feel like it's too popular. That's really the only reason. It's not that I think popular things are not good. I just you know, I'll watch it later on, I guess. What about the Pokemon anime? Do you guys like that one? I did not. I did not like that one. I would say One Piece over Fairy Tail because it's basically the same main character for both. One Piece is also like overly popular, so Blood Sea or Shiki? Shiki. Blood Sea or Shiki? You could literally say anything. You could just make up words right now. And I would just think that it's anime. I'd be like, oh, cool. Yeah. I'll try out Shingeki. Shingeki. Yeah. I'll check it out. Kyokyo. I hope that's made up. Yeah, I'll check out Shinkama Hanho. Yeah. Okay, it's not. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Poliwag. Why you no shiny? It's about a robot. I like robots. Robot MCs. Like Wally. Wally had it. Wally was an MC. Robot. And so was that robot in iRobot. Also, Tin Man from Wizard of Oz. And literally and metaphorically, R has a few screws loose. Most well-known part of another, I think, is the umbrella or the teacher. Robot Jones and Jenny. Man, this is gonna be all night. gonna pull an all-nighter trying to catch this Poliwag. I'm getting real tired of going on a shiny hunt and going 3, 6, 12 hours and never catching a shiny. Like I'm getting really tired of that. Not that I'm like ever gonna stop doing it because I like shiny hunting. It's really fun. I like hanging out with you guys. This is like the 4th time I've been shiny hunting and the shiny just will not show up. I think that the other thing that bothers me on that is that I've seen other streamers do shiny hunting and they basically catch the shiny within like 30 minutes of their stream, and I'm like, alright, that's cool. Not that I'm like comparing myself or anything, I just think it's a little unfair. A little unfair. But it's cool. I like hanging out with you guys. We're trying to catch a shiny and trying to make it fun. So hopefully you've had a good time. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Are we otakus? I would say I'm probably not an otaku. You guys might be, and that's cool. Watch Blackjack. Over Odds, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by today and hanging out. Talking about good anime in the chat room tonight and trying to catch this Poliwag, which could happen at any point. Wasn't there supposed to be a Splatoon anime? I don't know. I never heard about that. Isn't there a movie that just came out about a robot girl that's based on an anime? Am I crazy? And the robot girl has this like really weird looking face. I guess the robot was discarded and someone found her and rebuilt her, and now she's like a person, but she's a robot still, and she falls in love. The one with the big eyes, yeah, that's the one. Ugh. The one with the big eyes, and she looks really like young, but kind of creepy too. The design didn't translate into live action. What was the name of that anime or the movie? I can't remember. And then there was the one with what's her name? Black Widow in Marvel. Scarlett Johansson. Machine Doll. Was that it? Oh my gosh. Summon Pokemon. What are you doing, Poliwag? The Death Note movie, no. I've heard some bad things about the live-action Death Note movie. I haven't seen Death Note, but I've heard it's awesome as far as an anime goes. Thank you. I hope I do too. I'm getting real upset about this. It's taking me forever. Oh my gosh. Summon a Pokemon. This isn't... We're not here to hang out. We're here to summon Pokemon. Roger, brah. It has been a long time. I'm glad you're here. How long has it been? Like 6 weeks? Something like that. It's been a while. Super glad you're here. It's a big old reunion around because I know that Starliet's back and Pat153 came back and Arthropod, haven't seen you in a while, and Roger Bra. Roger Bra. So glad you guys are all back. It's been kind of quiet in the chat room without you. So, and Overodds, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. It's always appreciated. Okay. Internet issues would definitely prevent you from getting on Twitch, that's for sure. Aerial Ace on the Poliwag. Get him. Not double slap. Ah. I'm gonna level up pretty soon on this Smeargle. Level 88. 88 miles per hour. Can't recognize faces in real life, so I watch animated things to compensate. Face blindness. I just rage quit from Sims because my character died, so I thought I'd jump on. So these Pokemon are not summoning each other. It's making me super mad. I think I went like 12 turns without a single summon. Oh man. Here we go again. Super Salt. I got salty in Smash Brothers earlier today because it was basically like everything I was trying to do, I couldn't focus correctly. I was having a really hard time reacting to things, and then my internet just went just ridiculous crazy. So I had like the laggiest match I've ever had, and my stream went down and everything. I was getting real mad. But so I stopped playing and turned on Splatoon later on. Still play TCG much? I don't think I've seen it upload for a bit. I haven't been paying attention to YouTube though. I haven't done the TCG at all this year. Taking a break from it because I feel like the game has changed so much and I couldn't keep up with it. And I only played it once a week. I didn't have time to play it any more than that, so I kind of had to take a break from it. And then taking a break from it put me farther behind. So I just decided it wasn't worth my time to play that game as much as I have been. So I went ahead and just kind of put it on the back burner. I might play it again at some point, but I'm having such a great time streaming and doing shiny hunting and Animal Crossing and some other stuff that I don't think I don't think that TCG is something I can keep up with anymore. But when I did it, it was really fun. Um, it was basically more fun when I could play every single day, but I couldn't play every single day, so I had to put it aside. But I do try to upload other videos to my YouTube and try to keep things going there. So at some point you'll see some highlights for Splatoon 2. You'll see Smash Brothers highlights, and you'll probably see some um, shiny hunting success stories and stuff like that. So keep it in mind. Have a fat night, everybody. Thanks, Rondom. Have a great night, buddy. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll definitely see you soon, for sure. I feel the same way about a lot of MMOs I play. So hard to keep up with all the changes. Started playing Smite again, and they've nerfed, buffed, removed, added so much stuff. I'm clueless. Haven't touched TCG in a very long time either. I'll check out the new vids. I haven't looked for a while. Yeah, it's cool. I think the biggest thing about what I'm doing now is streaming Splatoon and streaming Pokemon shiny hunting, and those are all things I really enjoy doing. So I'll continue to do them. And the TCG was fun too, but when they changed the standard format, I just couldn't keep up. I had to change all of my decks, and I found it really hard to figure out what I could and couldn't use. And playing expanded wasn't all that fun, so I had to just kind of make a lot of adjustments that I wasn't comfortable with making. And when I was buying new packs, I remember when I first started playing, I actually did. I was opening packs quite often and earning packs quite often, and I was getting rare cards and good cards, and I was able to actually keep up and build decks that were relevant. I didn't do a lot of trading, but I feel like the way the decks work, or the packs work now, is when you buy them, the cards are so rare that when you can open 10 packs and get like one super rare card. Or get one card that's actually useful to your deck, or to a deck you want to build, and that's where I started running into problems. Is that I didn't have time to play and invest in coins and get more packs. I had to make a decision, and I think my schedule is a lot better now, where I don't have to play the trading card game every Tuesday, and Splatoon's a lot more fun. And I think the bottom line is, I've got to do something that's fun for me to do. I have to do something that I can do on a weekly basis and not come home from work and be like, oh, I have to play this game tonight. I really don't want to. And it started to work out that trading card game was making me feel that way. I'd come home and be like, I have to play the trading card game tonight. So it was just better for me to find a different game that I actually enjoyed playing and devote more time to that game instead. So that's the story of trading card game. I feel bad, but at the same time, you're absolutely just exactly what you said. I feel bad for building my channel for a whole year using the trading card game and then just stopping it. But I mean, you're absolutely right. I have to do what's right for me. You should never feel like you need to do something you don't want to do. So you're right. So I think things are better now, and I think I'm really enjoying the way that my streams are going. I'm enjoying the way that Splatoon is going. I'm enjoying Smash Brothers and Animal Crossing. I'm probably going to add in Overwatch at some point. Not really sure when that's going to happen, if it happens. It may not, so I don't know what's going to happen, but regardless, I want to have fun doing what I'm doing, and if I ever feel like I'm not having fun, then I need to make that adjustment. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad you guys stuck with me and that we're building this dream together, standing strong forever. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Except this stupid Poliwag that won't be shiny. Yay, I'm glad. Fans for life, that's what we need. Life partners. And we can build this dream together, standing strong forever. If you name the name, if you can name the band who sings that song, I'll give you 100 bonus points in the chat room. Is it a violation to stream Dragon Ball Super on Twitch? If not, you should do that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. I wouldn't mind doing like a reaction video for Dragon Ball, but I think what I think I'd rather do is play Dragon Ball Fighter Z. That would be fun. Starship. That's it. Matthew plays games. Yay! Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. This is making me want to get back into Pokemon. I have Ultra Moon, X, Black 2, and Alpha Sapphire. I haven't even touched them. Oh man, get Ultra Moon. Friday nights on my channel, I'm doing an Ultra Moon playthrough where I don't evolve any of my Pokemon, and it's going to be super challenging. And there's going to be some missteps throughout that stream, and it's going to be fun. I say fun with reluctance, but it is going to be fun. So, believe that. Check it out. Friday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. And don't forget Splatoon Tuesdays either. After Poliwag, I'm going to go into Pokemon X and Y and try to do some Friend Safari. Because I've never done that before. I feel like that would be a good thing to do. And I haven't played X for a while. It's been probably a good 3 years. 2 or 3 years. Definitely 3. Since I played X. So, I also don't know who has what in my game. So, I have to catch a shiny first. And that's likely not going to happen. Just based on my previous experience and luck. I'm at the start of a shiny badge quest in Sapphire. Little Cup. So the thing about the challenge I'm doing on Fridays is that I'm not allowed to use any Pokemon that don't evolve. They must have an evolution. Mega Evolution doesn't count. I'm not allowed to let them evolve, and I have to use the lowest evolutionary form of that Pokemon. So it's going to be an adventure, and I don't know. Not sure how that's going to go. 130 are going to be KO'd after this one is knocked out. We'll see how that goes. Of course, I'm paralyzed again. I think I'm going to do a shiny trial quest. What's that? I should know. I should know what a shiny trial quest is, but for those of you in the audience that don't know, maybe you could explain it to them. I know what it is. And recycle. It's a Poliwag regular edition. Go for it. Challenge makes the game last longer before you hit complete competitive shiny grinding. I think I'm at 50 hours on Alpha Sapphire. Only 2 badges. Oh my gosh. I don't think I would play that long, to be honest. I think I would try it, and then after it took that long to get anywhere, I'd probably stop playing. So I think the stories are a little bit harder on these games. They were super easy on the last games. On like the last generation and stuff like that, but I think now they're doing stuff where they are making them more challenging by doing totem Pokemon and stuff like that, but I still don't think they're difficult. I went through the entirety of Pokemon Sun and Ultra, or Pokemon Moon and Ultra Sun without having to use a single Z move or Mega Evolution. Not that you could use Mega Evolution, but I didn't use any Z moves. I also didn't use any Mega Evolution in the last games to beat the game, so they weren't difficult. But I know with this new challenge, I'm gonna have to use some form of Z move, and I'm cool with it. I will use whatever I have to. Items, Mega Evolution, not Mega items, Z moves, hold items, toxic and wait, stalling tactics, whatever I have to do, it's happening. Ultra Necrozma. It's gonna be tough. You can always toxic him and stall. Substitute substitute rest. Whatever you have to do, there are strategies. Haven't tried my Ultra Moon yet. On Sun, I grinded a good comp team straight away so that I didn't help with making it challenging. I might try a Little Cup challenge like you are. Yeah, you should do it. I've only gotten to the first graveyard area that you come to in the game. I haven't gotten very far. But I think overall it's going to be challenging enough that I can say that I've done something crazy, and I'm going to try to get those Pokemon that I use up to level 100 as well, and then transfer them over to whatever game I'm playing in the future. That's going to be the thing I really want to do. And I'll have a good story to tell, too. I'll be able to say, hey, this is the team I used when I played Ultra Moon, or Ultra Moon, without letting my Pokemon evolve. So it was a nightmare, or it was super easy, depending on what happens. It's probably going to be a nightmare, though. Baby, I'm a nightmare dressed like a daydream. That'd be awesome. I'd happily trade great competitive Pokemons for level 100 Ponytas and stuff. Yeah, but they're basically like trophies to me. Like if I finish the game with unevolved level 100 Pokemon, they'll be like trophies. I'll wear them like a badge of honor. So we're almost at 140 encounters here, and still nothing. 2 hours and 30 minutes into the game. Into the stream tonight, and we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Right now, I'm just into collecting shinies. It's a good question, Roger. I know that. So my intention was to go ahead and start doing competitive battling, And I started looking into it, and then I just got overwhelmed with how much there is to think about when you make a competitive team. I certainly could do that, but it's gonna, like, I have a few Pokemon that I'm ready and willing to use to make my team, but I don't want to just like carbon copy someone else's team, and I don't even know all the strategies. So I'm literally gonna have to learn more and more and more about the competitive scene before I can do that. And by the time I learn everything, there's gonna be a new game that comes out that's gonna change everything, and then I have to relearn it all over again. So while I really want to do that, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I still have a full-time job, so that's gonna be the hardest thing for me to work around is the full-time job. The job is consistent schedule, so that's not a big deal. But it is something that I have to learn more about. Plus, I'm learning more about Splatoon as well, and trying to do better in that game, and build a gear set for that game. But I'll answer the question and say yes, that is the intention, but it may not happen in the first half of this year, and I can't even promise the second half of this year. So it's going to end up being like Pokemon trading card game, where I'm spending all this time learning everything, and then they change it all. So I don't want that to be what happens. So I'm rusty as heck, but I'm pretty competent and competitive. Be happy to help work out a team comp move set or something during a stream sometime. Oh, that'd be cool. Actually, yeah. And even after I pick out the Pokemon I want to use, I still have to go EV train them, which is even going to be, it's more work I have to put into the game, which isn't bad. It's really not bad. In fact, bottle caps can do all that for you. It's just, there's a lot to worry about, so. But I'm not really even going for a shiny like living deck. I'm not even working on that at all. I'm really just catching the ones I like, and you know, just having those as trophies as well. Just hanging out and trying to be cool. Trying to make friends online. EV training is amazingly fast in this gen. There's items you get that give you times 5 EVs or something, and SOS streaks multiply the amount you get. Oh wow, that's actually pretty cool. You can maximize the EVs in 30 seconds, SOS chain. That would be neat, because I remember having to do it in Diamond and Pearl, and it was like it took a while, and you couldn't mess anything up. And I think there was a way to go back and reset them, but it was just a matter of not messing anything up. That was the hardest thing. But I would like to battle at some point. I think the team I came up with was like Marowak and Tapu Koko, I think. Yeah. So fast in these games. I also wanted to use I can't remember what the other one was. OU tier. Oh, I was gonna use one of the starters. I can't remember which one it was. I want to say Decidui was one of the starters I was gonna use. Um, but I can't remember. And then Robin Hood Owl OP. I did a battle tree, or no, I did one online match in Pokemon Moon. I used the team that I used to beat the Elite Four, and Decidueye was on that team. And my Pokemon came out, but had the type advantage against his Pokemon. So naturally, he switched out. And then his Pokemon had the type advantage against my Pokemon, so naturally, I switched out. And then this happened like 3 or 4 times until finally I got the bright idea to use Decidueye, and one of his moves prevents your opponent's Pokemon from, or prevents your opponent from switching Pokemon. It's a Ghost type move that does that. So I had the type advantage, so naturally he switched, but then my attack hit him, and he was no longer able to switch that Pokemon out. So then I switched, and then killed his Pokemon, and then he quit. So that was and I expected that to happen, but that was my only experience with online battling in Pokemon Moon in Generation 7. But I really wouldn't mind going in and playing and doing some more. Bad sportsmanship. So I think I like the idea of stalling strategies too. In Diamond and Pearl, I had an Umbreon that knew Mean Look, Toxic, Moonlight, and Confuse Ray, I think. So basically, I would just I would Toxic the Pokemon. I'd Mean Look at first, Toxic the Pokemon. And he had all of his IVs in defense and special defense, and I think 1 in HP. So he was able to basically stall the opponent until they died. Really great strategy. I liked it a lot. And you know, there wasn't anything my opponent could do except for just accept it and move on. But you know, I could switch out or whatever, and that would be great. Or I could just do whatever, but my opponent had no options. Especially if I just kept healing myself. So that was cool. And then I wanted to build I think it was a Lapras. Was it a Lapras or was it something else? I wanted to build something that it was a Ghastly, a Gengar. I wanted to build a Gengar that knew Perish Song, Destiny Bond, Mean Look, and gosh, what was the other one? I can't remember the other move, but there was something else I wanted to give to him, where basically he would just stand there and if the opponent killed the Ghastly, or killed the Gengar rather, then Destiny Bomb would kill that Pokemon. If they took too long to make a turn, then Perish Song would kill that Pokemon. And Mean Look meant that they couldn't switch out. So it was a really neat idea, except that I never was able to find a Gengar that would work. So I never could do it. And I bred so many Gengars. It was ridiculous. It was back in Diamond and Pearl, so they had Pokemon Ranch back then on the Wii U, or on the Wii. And I filled that Pokemon Ranch with like 600 Pokemon, and like like 80% of those Pokemon were all Ghastly because I kept trying to breed a perfect Ghastly. Um, I can't prove it anymore because my Wii died. I'm really mad about that. But I had so many. And I realized after that that all the Gengar had to be was super fast and have low defense and low special defense. Um, and maybe just have, something in uh, attack or special attack or something would be cool. Um, but so the Wii broke because I think there was a power surge and um, it knocked out the power supply on the Wii, so it won't power on anymore. Um, but I was really mad about that. Um, Toxapex is great with a similar set to Umbreon. I read that earlier. That's actually really cool. I would love to use that actually. I think if I fix the Wii, I can. I, I don't think that it's gonna have all the same save file on there. I want to believe that it will, but it's probably long gone. And all those Ghastlies and all those Eevees and everything I ever bred is totally gone. Um, the girl even gave me a Charmander at some point, just because I had so many Pokemon in there, and I was pretty close to getting a Mew as well. Because if you fill it up, if you get 1,000 Pokemon in there, she gives you a Mew. Um, I had so many Pokemon. I want to believe that it's still there. Um, and as long as I don't fix my Wii, then it's possible that I could end up. The possibility still exists that save data still is there. But if I fix it and it's not there, it's gonna break my heart. But anyway. Lapras is fun to use. So many different ways you can use it. Substitute on the Gengar too. I think it might have been Substitute, but I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure it was like Confuse Ray or something to prevent the other Pokemon from attacking. Um, because I didn't want him to do anything to me. I wanted him to. Actually, I think it was probably something to get Gengar out of the battle. Because I didn't want Gengar to be in the battle, because if he hears Perish Song, he dies in 3 turns too. So I wanted to make sure that Gengar was safe, and I could do the same strategy to the next Pokemon. But I don't remember what move it was. And it really didn't matter what the other move was. It could have been anything. It could have been Rest, because it didn't matter what it was, as long as those other 3 moves existed on the Pokemon and were able to be used. That was back in Diamond and Pearl days, though, so the game has changed a lot since then. But it was a cool strategy, and I wouldn't mind trying it again on this generation. In fact, I might even try it on the No Evolution run. We'll see. I always liked Lapras as a Pokemon. Always did. Thunderwave would have been troll. Oh no, Thunderwave would have been really good. Super troll. I saw a similar moveset on Dusclops, I think. That was in like the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl version of Battle Tree, whatever that was. Battle Tower, I think. Dusclops would do something very similar to just stall your Pokemon out. And it was after you got to a certain point in the tower too, where you're thinking you're doing a really good job. And then this Dusclops shows up and just ruins your whole day. It was so great. It was my favorite. I love Diamond and Pearl though. I think I mentioned that before. But I know they weren't for everybody, but they were some of my favorite games. I think I very much would like to get back into battling and doing that stuff again. And just talking about it's really like inspiring me to want to do it, but I have to plan it out, and I have a lot of other things to do right now. So, but yeah, let me know on here or Discord if you want to spend some time chatting about team, natures, abilities, moves. I can also breed you basically anything you need if you don't have the time. Oh, that's cool. I would appreciate that. Bubble beam. We could also test some stuff out on Showdown. Oh yeah, you know I've used Pokemon Showdown very briefly, and I think I understand it, but maybe you could explain it in more detail. Because I think Pokemon Showdown is like it's like an online battle simulation or something, where you basically input all of your Pokemon and then you kind of have like a mock battle or something like that. Is that right? Ba-da-da-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum. This is gonna take forever, guys. This Poliwag is just not wanting to get caught today. And this like is super disappointing. Every single week it seems like this happens to me. I'm just gonna complain a little bit for just like 2 minutes tops. I just want a shiny Pokemon. That's all I want. That's it. I want to move on to the next shiny Pokemon. I want to get 3 shiny Pokemon in one night again, like several weeks ago. And I just want things to be good. Why can't things just be good? I want you to work with me, stop being paralyzed, and summon a shiny Pokemon. It's not too much to ask. Oh, paralyzed. Can't move. Look at that. Oh, didn't summon anything. That's wonderful. Yeah, you can choose any Pokemon abilities, moves, EVs, IVs, items, and battle others. You can also battle by tier, so you could test a little cup team in you, Gen 1, etc. If you wanted a theme team for a bit of fun. It's good to test Pokemon out before you spend a lot of time breeding, getting items. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe I'll check that out before I start doing anything. Can you whisper me the website so I'll have it in my whispers and I can find it easily. Uh-oh. Regular Poliwag. I have a bad habit of like closing down the chat after the stream's over, and I forget to like look at the stuff that people wanted me to look at. Sure. I'm paralyzed. The rest will follow. So Magic 8 Ball told me I'd get this shiny Pokemon today, and the Magic 8 Ball's never been a liar. It's not in the Magic 8 Ball's programming. It's magic. It's Magic 8 Ball. Ugh. Any second now. too rusty on Twitch to work out how to add you. Uh-oh. I think you can right-click on my name and then just, like, hit whisper. Or click on my name and hit whisper. Pretty sure you can. Three times. I guess that just means you'll have to keep coming back to Twitch and watching my stream so you don't get rusty. That's my recommendation. I wouldn't want you to, you know, forget how to use Twitch or anything. So I'm recommending that you watch my streams more often for you. So you know. I will for sure, mate. Yeah, I got you. Oh my gosh. Poliwag. 160. That's where we are right now. 160 Pokemon. KO'd. And I'm just sitting here just hoping that I get one. It's the best I can do, I guess. Thanks for the whisper, Roger Bra. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Don't hate, appreciate. Don't hate, validate my parking, please. I also kind of want to use like a strategy with Poliwrath or Politoed and Ludicolo because they both get the ability of Rain Dish, and if you just use Surf a bunch of times, if they both just use Surf over and over again, maybe like Reflect and something else, they'll just keep healing each other. I'm not sure how effective that would be, but it might be kind of fun, so maybe I'll go to Pokemon Showdown and try that. If you do like a doubles battle, like Surf would hit all Pokemon in play, and you could use like Rain Dance to put to make the attack stronger. You could do Reflect to raise your defense or special defense. And then maybe even Substitute or something like that, but you could always get that HP back by just repeatedly using Surf. The only problem is you're going to come up against Pokemon that are resistant to Surf, and then what do, you know? It's definitely a kink in the chain. But I think it could work. It could be something that's like interesting. Might be fun, might be different. It might be something that gets a few wins because people don't expect it, but it might be good. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll try it. tired of being paralyzed. Tells you ideal moves, nature's EV spread, and goes in depth on why you want certain things and how to play them. Okay. I'll check it out for sure. Thank you for that. It might actually go a long way to getting me caught up as far as like competitive stuff goes, because I'm not caught up at all right now. Also has a section going in depth explaining the basics. So I know about like natures and stuff and how those typically work. I know about some of the abilities, because a lot of that stuff hasn't really changed. But it's like the meta game that I don't understand right now, and it's the type matchups I don't quite understand right now. And then also the tiers, like who's in what tier and what I should be looking out for. So cool. Cool. Well, thanks for that, Roger. Appreciate it. I'm glad you stopped by today. Definitely need the help. I definitely need the help. These Poliwags are getting on my nerves. All night long. All night. All night long. All night long. It's not as intimidating as it seems, I promise. Won't take you long at all to get in the swing of things. Cool. Oh my gosh. I just want a shiny. That's it. That's all I want. Be right back. Gonna find DS charger. All this Poke Talk makes me want to play. Sweet. Oh my gosh. All this like not finding a shiny is making me hungry. This is number 170, by the way. Ah, no, not 67. There we go. I'm laughing because I'm about to go in on this game. I think I might go get something to eat after this stream. I want to watch the new Dragon Ball though. Although I made pizza, I'll probably just reheat that pizza. Barbecue chicken pizza I made earlier today was super good. I also don't want to spend too much money because I have to go to going to the movies tomorrow. I need to buy a few other things. So I really shouldn't spend any money. It'll be alright. The good news is I haven't seen any Polytoads. And I'm knocking on wood because I have not seen any Politoads yet. Um, they've not done Perish Song or anything like that. I've seen 2 or 3 Poliwraths though, which is, kind of rare for them to summon Poliwraths, but I guess it's more rare to summon a shiny Poliwag. Anything shiny, I don't care. I'll take anything. Magikarp, doesn't matter. Just something. Don't leave me hanging, bro. Is there a certain Pokemon you think you'd like? Might breed while I watch the stream. Not really. I mean, there's not really anything that I think I would definitely need. Not yet. I haven't even thought about it, so. Oh, cool. That's awesome. That's like super lucky too to have a 6 IV Ditto. Perfect Ditto. That's really good. As of right now, I'm gonna pass. Thank you for the offer, though. I will certainly hit you up on something like that in the future. Just really bummed right now. I had such success with that cutie fly last week, and I was thinking that my streak of bad luck is over. That I'll finally start catching more and more shiny Pokemon. I can finally put it to bed and just start catching stuff, right? That was my thought process. And then it would go a lot smoother and a lot more quickly, but it's just not happening. Not tonight. Oh, that'd be awesome, actually. Toxapex would be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind using that strategy again because it was really fun when I used it on my Umbreon. I have that Umbreon in Pokemon Black 2, just waiting to be transferred to Pokemon Bank. So maybe I'll do that pretty soon and just kind of see what my old team may have done in a new competitive scene. Probably wouldn't last as long, but it might be fun. Oh my gosh. Toxapex does it amazingly. It gets Regenerator ability too. What's the Regenerator ability do? Heals 1/3 of its HP switching out. Wow. Huh. Does it get a recovery move also? Might be a little OP. If it gets like recover or it gets like roost or something. Leech seed. Something. Leftovers you could do, I guess, but no one likes leftovers. Oh man, recovery. Recover if I remember correctly. That's ridiculous. Well, that's pretty cool. Toxic Sludge it. Leftovers for poison types. Cool. Or was it Black Sludge? Correct me if I'm wrong, but poison types can't be poisoned. Is that correct? And then they can't. Steel can't either. So what's is there a strategy involving Toxic Orb and I think it's Switcheroo that switches the items on the Pokemon? With Toxapex being poisoned, he wouldn't take the effects of Toxic Orb and be poisoned. But the Pokemon he switches to would get the Toxic Orb and be poisoned. I'm just thinking outside the box. It's a good strategy. Nice. That's number 180, folks. I'm getting real upset right now. I'm about to call Game Freak. What's up with Poliwag? I'm not sure what you mean. We make all of our Pokemon equal? We don't have a favorite? Yeah, clearly you do. This one sucks. Gliscor gets an ability that heals if poisoned. Toxic Orb is great on him. Oh, wow. Does it heal the amount that the poison would normally do? Or is it like leftovers if you're poisoned? Because Toxic... My understanding is that Toxic Orb makes it so that you are affected by the move Toxic. And that would mean that your damage, the damage you take from poison doubles every turn. Okay. Heals more than leftovers, if I remember correctly. Bum 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 bum. Urgh. Well, any minute now. Heals more than leftovers. Ugh. So annoying. I gotta heal up too. Body slam. Are you serious? Stop being paralyzed. I'm just gonna use a full restore. I'm sick of you. I'm gonna get paralyzed again, but that's fine. This is sad. My puppy chewed through my DS charger. Oh no! So lately I've been thinking about getting a puppy. And now that is decided for me. I will not be getting a puppy because I don't want it to chew through anything I have. I guess I can put everything in boxes and keep it away from the puppy, but I don't know. You should. They're great. I just was silly and didn't puppy-proof the house. I have a large house, too, and I think it'd be really cute to see a puppy try to climb up my stairs or climb up onto my bed or something like that. And I think the benefits would outweigh the downsides, but I don't know. I don't know what I would do. paralyzed? Oh, no, I'm not. Cool. Coolio. She is the third dog of the house, fits in well with others accepted her, and thank God. I think like dogs are more they're more like accepting of their other kind. Um, Cats I think probably are too. I don't really know of any like stories where someone brought another dog or cat home and they just hated each other. Um, I guess I've seen it where they don't like each other and they, you know, passively aggressively like do things to assert their dominance, but I've never really seen anything like legitimately evil. Hamsters hate each other. Like, if the hamsters aren't the same, um, if they're not the same species, like there's several different types of hamsters. If they're not the same species, they hate each other. They try to kill each other. I had a couple of them that I kept in different cages, and I wanted to put them in the same cage, but when I put them together, they just like viciously attacked each other. Yeah, and I knew that was going to happen. And I put them together a couple of times thinking that it wouldn't happen to mine because I was a special case or whatever, but it totally did. And you would think they just kind of go on their separate corners and just kind of do their own thing, but no, they're like super territorial. Um, it's a scary day. That's all I can say about it. Scary day. So I'm willing to bet that tonight we don't get the shiny, which means the Magic 8 Ball is super wrong, and that ain't good. That is not good. I was hoping that it would happen way sooner, and it did not. Here we are, 3 hours and 15 minutes later, and there's still no shiny Pokemon. So upset my charger's broken. I was really excited to play. I know, me too. I wanted you to play. I'm so sad. So sad. 190 Pokemon have been KO'd, except I'm paralyzed now. That's great. We're doing this again. Trying to get my sister to bring me hers. Nice. You gotta play Pokemon. It's Saturday night. What else are you gonna do? But you gotta play Pokemon. But you gotta. Get to the charger. Get to the charger. God. Oh my gosh, stop being paralyzed. Smeargle is paralyzed. No one cares, Smeargle. Just do your attack. Poliwag used double slap. Okay, cool. Poliwag's double slapped hit 5 times. What? Doesn't make any sense. Well, we're just not going to get anywhere, it looks like. Oh, man. So sad today. I have to go to bed disappointed that I didn't catch a shiny Pokemon. I got to hang out with some cool people though today, so that's actually a really good benefit, but no shiny Pokemon. That's the worst. I might. I might still get it, you're right. I shouldn't give up just yet. I've only got about 13 minutes left in the stream though today. I'm not going to stay on all night, but there is still a chance that I'll get it in the next 13 minutes. Very possible. Very possible. Or a Poliwhirl, Poliwrath, or Politoad. Who knows? $198. I think I'm already on 198, aren't I? I'm on like 192 or 3 or something. You know, I always liked Poliwrath. I thought he was really cool. I thought as far as like Pokemon go, he was a really cool like fighting Pokemon that also had a water type, which I thought was really neat. Kind of like Embor, I think. Monfernape, actually all the starters, all the fire starters. Not sure what I'm saying. They all had fighting fire types. Except for Incineroar, he's a dark type, right? So this is the 4th. This is 94. But I am excited for tomorrow. I'm going to go see Black Panther, and that'd be cool. I love him. All my faves aren't very good and competitive. I try my best to make them work, though. Yeah, me too. Ludicolo is one of my favorite Pokemon. Actually, my favorite Pokemon, and I can't make him work in competitive because he doesn't have anything good. It's the worst. Farfetch is my all-time favorite. No matter how hard I try, that isn't going to work. You'd basically have to sacrifice him. You could use like Slash with you could use like Slash. Was it the Scope Lens that makes critical hits more common? Swords Dance. Um, you'd have to baton pass into him. Does he get like? Let me see what attacks he gets real quick, because I can't remember. I know we're not gonna make it work, but I wanna humor myself for a second on the last few minutes of the stream here today. Farfetched. He has Sword Dance, Brave Bird, Leaf Blade, and something. Let's see. Poison Jab. Aerial Ace is okay. Knockoff. Slash. Air Cutter. What's Brave Bird? Tucks in its wings and charges from a low altitude. The user damages itself quite a lot. Leaf Blade. What's that do? Leaf Blade will... Let's see. User handles a sharp leaf like a sword and attacks by cutting its target. It's just like Slash. Critical hits land more easily. So it might be more handy if... for water types, going up against water types. It won't get the same type attack bonus, but it might be okay. Yeah, knockoff might be alright. You can knock off the other person's item. Psych Up. The user hypnotizes itself into copying any stat change made by the target. That could work. It's a stretch. Confide. Lower special attack stat. Brutal Swing. Damages everything in the vicinity. There's not really anything here that would be great. First Impression is Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon only. The move has great power, but only works the first turn the user is in battle. Oh wow, so Final Gambit, the user risks everything to attack its target. The user faints, but does damage equal to its HP. That's also Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon only. Last Resort, 140 damage. The move can be used only after the user has used all the other moves it knows. It doesn't say that you have to exhaust all the PP from all the other moves. You just have to have used all the other moves in battle. That's what it says. That's my interpretation anyway. I think he might be okay for doubles battles, but maybe not for singles. Sword Dance for damage increase, Leaf Blade for electric and rock. Brave Bird because it's his strong stab move. Quick Attack because it's priority move and stab. is the moves I have on him. And then you can also do a Z move too, probably. Never-ending Nightmare or Devastating Drake. Yeah, it's gonna be tough to make him competitive in any way, shape, or form. I think it's probably better just to have him on your team so that people look at him and go, Farfetch'd. Why is there a Farfetch'd? Is there a strategy I don't know about? Oh man, I better be prepared for to have that Farfetch'd come out. Let me try to counter that real quick. I think it's more of a psych out Pokemon. Kind of like how Pachirisu had a pretty good strategy. I'll give him Stick Item. Raises +2 crit on Farfetch'd. Was it like a... Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. It's a stick. It's like a... I can't remember the name, but it's like stick or something. It's literally the stick he holds. I think it's just called stick, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I thought it was called leak. But it's not. I know it's not called leak. I think it is called stick. I think we're at 200 right now, actually. I'm not going to update it, because I'm pretty sure we're at 200, but it's not happened. If you ever decide to do battle streams, might be able to show him off in Little Cup Battle or something. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I think my buddy came up against a Pachirisu online in the Diamond and Pearl days, and the Pachirisu was on the other person's team, and we were like, what is this thing doing there? They're not going to use that. Whatever. So he brought out his Pokemon, and the first Pokemon his opponent had was Pachirisu. And he was like just dying laughing. Like he was like, what is... Oh my god! I'm just gonna kill this thing! Oh, this is dumb! I was laughing too. I was like, yeah, I mean, what's this person thinking? We're just gonna kill this Pachirisu. That doesn't make any sense. So... So he brings out his most powerful Pokemon, Melodic. Uses his most powerful attack. Pachirisu held on with some item, Macho Brace or whatever it was, and then did like retaliate and doubled the damage he just received back onto the opponent, killing his Melodic and taking out one of his most powerful Pokemon. It was actually really funny, and I do remember seeing that. Yeah, the Focus Sash was the item that that was true, and I remember that someone did use them in World Championships at some point, and no one thought it was going to be anything special, and then it just destroyed everybody. I remember hearing about that. At the time, we had not heard about that. And we were just like, what? This is dumb. We're going to win. No, we did not win. I remember the face palm of just like, oh my gosh, what happened? It was really funny. All right, guys. Well, I think that's gonna do it for me today. It's just after 11 o'clock here, and I could hang out all night long, but I gotta get to sleep. Gotta see Black Panther tomorrow, so I'm gonna go ahead and log off. I want to thank everybody for stopping by and hanging out today and being a part of the stream. And of course, I'll be back next week with some more shiny hunting action. So until then, folks, thank you so much again for stopping by, and I will catch you on the flippity flip.